Hello students, I am your chemistry teacher Dr. Bindya Sharma. Welcome to online video lecture for unit 4th, that is polymer. As you all know that we live in the world of polymers. We start our day with polymers and entire day we remain surrounded by polymers. Whether it is a small thing like a toothbrush or the clothes we wear and many more. In this unit, we learn three important polymers, that is plastics, fibers, and rubbers. Here are few examples of polymers. The word polymer comprises of two Greek words, one poly, meaning many, and second, that is mers, which means repeating units. That means polymer comprises of small repeating units which are called monomers. Let us understand the same by taking example of polyethylene and polyvinyl chloride. In polyethylene, the monomer is ethene, CH2 double bond CH2. When ethene molecule goes on adding, we get the polymer polyethylene. In the similar manner, when the monomer vinyl chloride is being added and is continuously repeated, we get the polymer polyvinyl chloride. Let us now understand few definitions. Polymer is a very long molecule comprising of repeating units which are connected by covalent bonds. What is monomer? Monomer is the repeated unit formed in a polymer. What is polymerization? The process of formation of polymers from that of monomers is called polymerization. Now let us try to understand the classification of polymers. From time to time, different bases have been constructed to classify the polymers. Let us understand few different bases. First, on the basis of source or origin. On the basis of source or origin, the polymers are classified into three different categories. Number one, natural, which are obtained from nature. We have not made them, but we have simply extracted them by some plants, animals. For example, starch, proteins, natural rubbers, DNA found in our body, etc. Number second, synthetic or artificial, or we can call it as man-made polymers. For example, polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, nylon, bakelite, and the list is endless. Most of the polymers which we use today comprise of synthetic or man-made polymers only. The third category is of inorganic polymers. Inorganic polymers are the polymers which do not have any carbon atoms in them. For example, silicones, polysilanes, etc. This was the first origin. Second origin is based on molecular forces. Again, based on the force of attraction by which a polymer is being bonded together, the polymers are classified into three different categories. Number one, fibers. Number two, plastics. And number third, elastomers. In fibers, fibers have a very strong hydrogen bonding between them. So, they are very strong. Example, nylon, dacron, terylene, or most of the synthetic fibers we can understand. In the similar manner, plastics which have a weak force of attraction between them. Examples are most of the thermoplastics. That is, the plastics which are highly affected by the heat. For example, polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, etc. The third classification based on molecular forces is elastomer. Elastomers have weakest van der Waals force of attraction. Therefore, they can be stretched easily. Few examples are rubber, that is Buna N, Buna S, etc. The third classification basis is based on structure or functionality. Now, based on structure or functionality, the polymers are classified into four different categories, as you can easily understand by this diagrammatic representation. The first classification is linear type of polymer. The second is branched type of polymer. Third is cross-linked, and the last one is network. First, linear. In linear polymers, the repeated units are combined back to back in the form of single chain. For example, polyethylene, PVC, etc., where side branch chain are connected to the main chain, and they are termed as branched polymer. For example, HDPE stands for high density polyethylene, which is a linear polymer with small branchings, while low density polyethylene is a low density polyethylene, contains short chain branches but in various numbers. Now third category or the third classification is cross-linked. In cross-linked polymer, the adjacent linear chain are joined to one another at various positions, as you can easily understand by looking into the diagram, by the covalent bonding of atoms. Few examples are elastic materials like rubbers. And the last one is network. Network is highly linked structure, that is small molecules that form two or more active covalent bonds, which creates this highly dense network structure called as network polymer. Few examples are polyurethanes and epoxy resins. Now, moving on to the fourth different basis of classification is based on number of monomers. Based on number of monomers, the polymer is being classified into two different categories. First is homopolymer and the second is copolymer. Homo, as the name itself suggests, it comprises of a single kind of monomer, whereas in copolymer, it comprises of two or more different monomers. It can be easily understood by taking examples of, let us say, first monomer is A and second monomer is B. If all the monomer are of kind A or of the kind B, it is named as homopolymer. Whereas if the monomer are of category one is A, other is B, and it is a combination, our polymer is a combination of these two different type of monomer, namely A and B, it is termed as copolymer. Again, copolymer can be classified into three different types. Linear polymer has got no branching, but yes, copolymer can be of branching type. First is alternating copolymer. If the two different type of monomer alternates to each other, AB, AB, AB type of linkages is being formed, it is termed as alternating copolymer. Second is random copolymer. Random copolymer stands when random arrangement of both the polymer is being found. Third is graft, when it is a type of branch network type arrangement. If one monomer forms the branch and the other has the main chain, that is, if A is having the main chain, the B can be in the form of branching, or it can be vice versa. Third, last basis is based on configuration or tacticity. Based on configuration, that is the attached groups which lies or on a main chain, it can be classified, the polymers can be classified into three different types. One is isotactic, second is syndiotactic, and the third is atactic or random arrangement. If all the functional groups lie on the same side of the main chain, it is termed as isotactic. If the alternate arrangement of functional group is found on the main chain, on the side of the main chain, it is termed as syndiotactic. And if the random arrangement is found on of the functional groups on both the sides of the main chain, it is termed as atactic arrangement. So here ends the classification of polymers. In the second video, we'll be sharing the different types of polymers Thank you so much.